Okay, first of all, I wanted to talk to people in the UK. This started before I was really doing these videos, and it was an article about Hillary Clinton. And Hillary Clinton was speaking about blue-collar workers, white-collar workers, this social class, that social class. And after this article, I noticed the reactions of some of the British people that happened to be reading that article. And one woman in particular from the UK said, "I didn't think Americans believed in the idea of class." And really, we don't. I would say to anyone that is a citizen of the United Kingdom to not buy into that idea that Americans are obsessed with or even believe in social class. That's something leftist politicians love to use. And it really is a situation where they kill two birds with one stone. This idea that we are no more than a member of a class is how they undermine individualism. When you successfully get people to think of themselves as part of a group before thinking of themselves as an individual, that is a way to move the collective agenda forward. Think of it. If an individual thinks of themselves as a member of their gender, a member of their social class, some socioeconomic group, if that individual thinks of themselves as a member of their race or ethnicity before they think of themselves as an individual, that is training a person to be collective, to act in a collective way, rather than act as an individual. And Americans really do not think in terms of class. That is something that people like Hillary, power-hungry people like Hillary Clinton, are always trying to drive home. That is how they are gaining and cementing power. So it serves the leftist cause to have people think of themselves as no more than a member of a class. It serves to set up envy. It serves to set up a collective train of thought in an individual's mind. And it makes it easier to push collective agendas. So I would caution anyone who's a resident of the United Kingdom not to accept this idea when they hear it from someone like Hillary Clinton, when she is talking about Americans as members of a class. It is true that to a degree we've bought into that as Americans, but our history has not been that, and there are people that are speaking out about the dangers of it. If we as Americans accept that, we will be led down the road to collectivism. And for citizens of the United Kingdom, I would caution against believing that those of us in America believe in this from top to bottom throughout our society, because many of us don't. And there's a danger to you and your society if it's a widespread belief in the United Kingdom that it is more prevalent than it is here. I don't deny that leftists and collectivists are very well organized, but part of the trick of a leftist and a collectivist is to make people think that they are more organized and that they have successfully pushed this idea to a greater extent that they have. I'm not saying to ignore the dangers of leftists and collectivists, but when they view individualism as the enemy, and they do, part of the trick is to have people believe that they're stronger and more well organized than they are. They're certainly well organized enough, but I would still take what they say with a grain of salt. So I would like to caution both my fellow citizens in America and the citizens in the United Kingdom just not to buy into this idea of identity politics, that you are a member of a class or anything else before you are an individual. It's a dangerous idea. Collectivists love when people start to believe in that. So I would really caution Americans against it, because we are under threat of collectivism. And I would also caution people in the UK that might be listening to this, that you guys don't want a collective approach to things either if you value freedom. You don't want to return to the kind of tyranny you had before Margaret Thatcher came in office. So whether you're a U.S. resident, a U.S. citizen, or a citizen of the United Kingdom, do not buy into these dangerous ideas that people like Hillary Clinton are trying to ram down our throats.